I absolutely love my utility wagons, utility cars, whatever you want to call them, and we just got back from a weekend at Sugar Mountain just outside Banner Elk, North Carolina for the Go Nuts Downhill Enduro race there. And this was the perfect location to test out the new eWagon W1 Pro by Litheli. They reached out, said, hey, would you be interested in checking this thing out? And I love my carts, and this one is the world's first pure electric folding utility cart, so I immediately jumped on this opportunity. The eWagon W1 Pro folds up nicely to fit in the back of your SUV, minivan, sprinter van, whatever you may have, and very easily unfolds. Probably the easiest folding cart I have ever used to actually unfold. It doesn't pull outwards, it just folds in half. Super simple. Power is provided by the Litheli U Battery Plus series of batteries. These batteries are also compatible with a wide range of Litheli products, including their lawn and garden equipment. With a fully charged U20 battery, you can expect about 30 minutes of runtime or just under 2 miles of range, which, looking at that, was about the same distance as the downhill course and the same time frame for me to get down it on my first run. So we're not talking about that anymore. The eWagon Pro can carry up to 132 pounds and has a volume capacity of 140 liters, but when you fold down the rear tailgate, that expands up to 200 liters. To get going with the cart, once the battery is inserted, unlock your wheels. You pull your handle forward at 30 degrees. There is a safety button you depress, and then you pull the lever. Speed control can be adjusted using the built-in dial and can be set between 0.6 meters per second to 1.3 meters per second to match your walking pace. There's a lot of cool toys, lots of fancy stuff floating around, and I was surprised the reactions that this cart received. Within 1 minute of me walking up the hill with it, the amount of people stopping and asking, what is that, an electric cart? And I'm like, yeah, it's awesome. Unfortunately, no one wanted to appear on a video. I don't really blame them. Everyone's personal preference, but they were very interested in what it had to offer. When it was going to be available, all I had to say was, it's coming soon. Should be available right about now if you go to the link below. The eWagon W1 Pro is powered by a 500-watt motor, and that proved more than sufficient for tackling the steep and rugged terrain of getting around Sugar Mountain. While it's not the steepest bit in the area, you're walking uphill from the parking lot all the way to the bottom of the slopes, and it wears you out when you're on your 10th or 11th trip. However, no problem here. Went right up this hill, right along, and then settled in nicely around this tree for a little makeshift pit area during our practice sessions. Once our practice rounds were complete, it was time to head back to the car and get some lunch and fuel up before the races. While I was getting that set up, Connor was doing his final run.
Crap.
To get him fueled and energized for his race run, we had the optional top for the eWagon. It simply rolls out, attaches to some bars on the top, and you have the perfect pit area table to store your GoPros, your beverages, and more importantly, we made some pizza thanks to the Litheli Eclair 1000. This has a power output of 1800 watts, can do peak up to 2200 watts, has spots for 2 charging slots for the U20 batteries, plus a plethora of AC and USB outputs. You can also hook it up to solar cells if you have those available to charge it on the go. And so what did we do? We plugged in the trusty Betty Crocker pizza machine. I don't know if that's what it's called, but it gave us the perfect parking lot pizza to get fueled back up for the race run, and plenty of juice to spare to make sure all of our cameras, phones, everything were kept tip-top charged for the entire weekend. The race run was successful. Connor came in second place. He was hoping for first, but there was another entry from a guy kind of last minute That was just absolute blazing, but second is still awesome. He still has more points than everyone else in the field, retains the first place, but overall fantastic race weekend that was made better by the use of this eWagon to keep us moving along, to move our stuff around the hilly terrain, and everything topped up from our phones, GoPros, and more importantly, our stomachs, and fueled for a long day of racing. We were out of the house by 5 a.m., back home by 9 p.m. thanks to the close proximity of Sugar Mountain. So big thanks to Litheli for sending me this unit to try out. It's going to get put through more and more of its paces as we have weekends coming up again in Windrock, down in Jared's place, and taking it into Baker Creek for the Fall Festival coming up in November. So going to be put through its paces, lots of use, top-notch quality, sturdiness, design, just overall fantastic unit. So be sure to check out the link below for more information on this and where you can get it from. I'd like to thank you all for watching. This is Mike, Real Low Dad, and we're going to see you again hopefully pretty soon. You all have an absolute great one.